The news hit like a slam dunk in the fourth quarter. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, once out of Milwaukee and is eyeing the Lakers. The star forward, a two-time MVP and an NBA champion, has dropped a bombshell request that shook the league to its core. This wasn't just some trade rumor floating around Twitter. This was Giannis himself making it clear. A slow, stumbling 1-5 start for the Bucks seemed to finally tip the scales for a player who had long promised to bring glory to Milwaukee. But this season, something snapped. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Giannis is known for his loyalty. He's been the face of the Bucks, a team he practically grew up in for a decade. But even a powerhouse like him has a breaking point, and after watching his teammates miss shots like they were playing in flip-flops, it's clear Giannis had seen enough. Imagine the frustration of a player who spends the summer working his endurance and strength, just to watch his team sink like a stone in the first 6 games. And so, Giannis decided, if he's going to carry a team, it might as well be one built to contend. Los Angeles, here he comes. For the Lakers, this could be a game-changer like no other. Sure, they have LeBron James, who's practically the elder statesman of the NBA now, and Anthony Davis, when he's not sidelined with some injury that sounds straight out of a medical textbook. But bringing in Giannis would transform the team. Imagine the front court potential alone. Giannis, AD, and LeBron on the same court. Opposing defenses might as well throw in the towel. It would be like the basketball equivalent of assembling the Avengers. Giannis's playstyle, all power and speed, would fit the Lakers' playbook like a glove. Where LeBron's vision creates plays from thin air and AD's finesse adds the perfect finishing touch, Giannis would bulldoze through defenses in ways that are both brutal and beautiful. He's an artist with a brushstroke of pure aggression, driving to the basket with a determination that makes defenders sweat bullets before he's even crossed half court. And imagine the fast break possibilities. With LeBron pushing the ball up, Giannis could sprint down the lane like a freight train, ready to slam home dunks that could turn an entire game's momentum. Of course, Giannis moving to LA isn't just about basketball, it's about Hollywood too. He's already got that charisma, that unpolished but charming persona, with his thick accent and love for dad jokes. In Milwaukee, that's endearing. In LA, it's pure star power. People love Giannis because he's genuine. He's the guy who once laughed over his own struggles with ordering a smoothie. But now he's ready for the spotlight, ready to become more than the nice guy who jokes around in the press conferences. He could own the LA stage in a way few players can. Imagine the marketing machine that would crank up if Giannis joined the Lakers. T-shirts, billboards, maybe even a movie cameo. He's already a Nike athlete, but in LA, the sponsorship deals could reach new heights. The Lakers know how to make stars, and Giannis is the kind of personality that thrives in front of cameras. There's something irresistible about his mix of humility and ambition, and LA would be quick to make him the most recognizable face in sports. And the fans, they'd go wild. Laker Nation is already one of the most devoted, but throw Giannis into that mix, and you're looking at a whole new level of fandom. Milwaukee, meanwhile, would feel the loss like a cold wind on Lake Michigan. Losing Giannis would be a punch to the gut. He's the guy who's brought them out of obscurity, the kid they watched grow up, win MVPs, and finally bring home a championship. For a small-market team like the Bucks, Giannis wasn't just a star, he was their everything. When he steps onto the court, he doesn't just bring his scoring or his shot blocking. He brings a sense of hope. Without him, they'd be back to square one, and that's a bitter pill for any team, especially one that's had a taste of success. The Bucks would have to rethink everything. Losing a player like Giannis isn't just a roster change, it's a complete rebuild. It means shifting from a championship mindset back to hoping they can even make the playoffs. A superstar trade of this magnitude would involve draft picks, young prospects, maybe even a few established players, but nothing can truly replace Giannis. He's one of those players who changes the way teams defend, who brings fans out of their seats just by jaunting onto the floor. His departure would leave a vacuum. It's clear Giannis wants to win, and he's willing to make the hard decisions to get there. The Lakers have always been a team with that win-now mentality. They're not interested in waiting around or developing talent for 5 years down the road. And Giannis? He's in his prime. He's not looking to waste another season, watching his teammates clank shots and struggle for rebounds. In LA, he'd have the support, the structure, and most importantly, the chance at another ring. Imagine him running pick and rolls with LeBron, a veteran with the experience to know exactly when and where to pass. Picture him working with AD, learning the nuances of post moves that add to his already terrifying offensive arsenal. Lakers head coach, who's seen plenty of talent come and go, would have a field day designing plays for a core like this. The options would be endless, and Giannis, with his all-in attitude, would be eager to learn, absorb, and adapt. He's got that hunger that matches the Lakers' historic thirst for championships. The media storm would be relentless, of course. From sports analysts dissecting every play to talk shows, wondering if Giannis is Hollywood enough, the attention would be sky-high. Well, it isn't for the faint-hearted, but Giannis has proven he can handle pressure. And while he might not be used to the non-stop media attention, he's got a charm that wins people over. The Lakers have seen plenty of personalities come through, but Giannis's grounded nature would make him stand out. He's humble yet ambitious, playful but competitive. That's a recipe for a fan favorite. A Lakers team with Giannis would have a seismic impact on the Western Conference, too. The balance of power would shift overnight. Rival teams like the Golden State Warriors and the Denver Nuggets would suddenly find themselves in a position where every matchup against LA feels like a playoff game. The mere presence of Giannis would alter defensive schemes across the board. Coaches would have to double-team him in ways they haven't since Shaquille O'Neal roamed the paint for the Lakers. Even the Clippers, who share the same arena, would feel the ripple effects. It wouldn't just be a rivalry. It'd be an all-out war for LA's supremacy. For LeBron, this could be the dream he's been waiting for. He's always been on the hunt for teammates who could help carry the load, especially as he nears the end of his career. Anthony Davis was supposed to be that guy, but with his injury history, the need for a reliable, durable player has become apparent. Giannis, with his high-energy play and almost superhuman resilience, could give LeBron the chance to extend his career. It's no secret LeBron wants to play alongside his son Bronny one day, and Giannis could help him get there by shouldering some of the physical burden. Financially, the deal would come with a hefty price tag, but for the Lakers, that's just part of the game. They'd shown they're willing to open the wallet for talent, and Giannis is worth every penny. Ticket sales would soar, merchandise would fly off the shelves, and television ratings would likely reach new highs. The Lakers are already a cash machine, but with Giannis, they'd be on another level. For an organization that's already a global brand, this could push them into an even bigger stratosphere, reaching fans who might never have followed basketball before. Giannis's move would also affect international fans. As a Greek player with a massive following in Europe, he'd bring new attention to the Lakers from across the Atlantic. Fans from his homeland would tune in to watch him on a team that's globally recognized not just for its basketball legacy but for its cultural impact. In LA, Giannis would go from being an NBA star to an international sensation, bridging the gap between American basketball and a global audience that admires him as a homegrown hero. For Giannis himself, this would be a new chapter. He's already achieved so much: MVP awards, a championship, respect across the league. But in LA, he could build a legacy that extends beyond statistics. He'd be stepping into the same shoes worn by Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, players who are remembered not just for their numbers, but for what they brought to the game's biggest stage. He wouldn't just be a champion, he'd be a legend in the city that defines legends. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.